What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another video here on the channel. Last time you saw that we went over the installing of the last fit LED lights. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, I'll go ahead and post it somewhere on the screen here. But welcome back to another video. In today's video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over my EDC items. So this is a very, I would say not really entry, but very simplistic carry. So I live in Florida. I don't really have a lot of room. I don't wear jackets. I don't wear heavy clothing. It's pretty much like shorts or cargo shorts and a t-shirt. Maybe every once in a while I'll throw on like a button down, but for the most part my clothing is relatively light. So my EDC is pretty light as well. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into that right now. All right, so let's start with the phone, right? This is the iPhone. I believe this is the 12 Pro. Just meets my daily needs. I do work from my phone as well as from my laptop. A lot of times I have a lot of athletes where I work that they'll contact me. So always good to have this. I have the good old Dunder Mifflin. I don't know if you guys can see that. Good old Dunder Mifflin pop socket. Huge Office fan. Huge Office fan. Give me a like or a comment if you're an Office fan as well. So I have the iPhone 12 Pro. I have it in one of these cases. I don't know the name. I'll put the link to all these descriptions down, or a link to all these items down in the description. But this phone also doubles as a wallet. So I'm a huge fan of what I call the fallet, combination of a phone and a wallet. Before I used to have the old school, like, you know, the leather case where it would flip over, you'd have all your cards. Here I went a little bit more simplistic. This case back here, as you can see, kind of just pops out with a little thumb action there, and it holds up to 4 cards. So it holds, you know, credit card, a couple credit cards, license, and my concealed permit as of right now. Next up, we have the Apple Watch. So you know, typical Apple Watch. I used to be a fan of, you know, wearing the different types of watches. However, in my line of work, I'm always constantly moving, and just having something that I can just put on every day. I can switch up the bands, I can change up the style. So again, very simple. I have, again, some straps from Amazon. These are, anyways, I'll put the link in the description, but very nice texture, as you can see. I like these a little bit better just because I find that with the rubber ones, when I sweat, it just kind of builds up gunk and it's not that good. So yep, your basic Apple Watch here. All right, next up, definitely have to have some type of lighting system. So I do carry the Olight SR2 baton. So this is awesome. I mean, it's got a bunch of different modes on it. If you hold it down, there we go. Gets brighter and brighter as you go. This whole thing is powerful. Let me tell you what. I used to have the clip on it, but the clip broke. So now I have this kind of lanyard set up where I just drop this in my pocket and it works great. This kind of hangs out, so anytime I need it, I can just pull this out, and I have a flashlight here at the palm of my hands. I love it also too. It's got the magnetic charging on the bottom, and then this also does stick to metal surfaces. So I've used this a couple times when looking at something under the hood of my truck. This kind of just pops on there. Very convenient to have that feature. So definitely love this. It's nice and compact. As you can see, it's really not that big when you compare it to my hands. So awesome. Definitely want to have a light on you. Next up, I have the Leatherman Skeletool. So I used to carry a like a multi-purpose tool and a knife, because my multi-purpose tool at the time, it had a knife on it, but it wasn't that good, wasn't that sharp. But ever since I got this, it's been a complete game changer. I don't know if you can see that there. Absolute game changer since I've gotten this. Definitely love it. Maybe I'll do a review on this if y'all are interested. But good thing that I like about this is obviously you have the functionality of the pliers here. So that's always definitely a plus. Trying to get this to focus in. You also have a Phillips head. You got a flathead drill bit here at the end that you can do any type of work like that with. Let's see what else this thing has. So I love the knife feature. This thing is just absolutely sharp. So where I work, always constantly cutting boxes and things like that. So nice little knife system here. I don't know if it's gonna zoom. Bam. So nice little knife there. Very sharp, like I said, very convenient. So this has really allowed me, it's also got the pocket clip. So this has really allowed me to change my carry from having 2 things down to 1. Because again, the less things I can fill in my pockets, the better. while always kind of staying prepared and ready. But this has just really helped my everyday carry kind of reduce a little bit. So definitely love the Skeletool here. Next up, I'm going to go into my my everyday carry. So before I do that, I kind of want to go into the belt system that I use. So I used to just use a traditional belt, and I found that it just, when I would unholster, it just didn't feel sturdy. I felt like the holster was going all over the place. So here we have the Blue Alpha. They did a collab with Last Line of Defense. If y'all watch his channel, he's awesome. Definitely an inspiration. But he had a collab with Blue Alpha. And these belts are great. It's kind of like this I guess seat belt kind of buckle style where just kind of clips in there like that. Love this thing. Definitely nice and sturdy. There's really no sag to it. I mean, if you hold from the back, you know, there is, because the buckle's heavy, but for the most part, I mean, there's really no sag to this belt, which I really love. So it keeps that for a nice sturdy hold when you have your firearm on you. All right, next up, let's get into the everyday carry. So on I think a couple videos ago, when I was talking about the gun range pack, you saw this bad boy, the Shadow Systems MR920. I have that in a tier 1 concealed holster, and I went with the holster that has the extra magazine holder just because of the ability to hold more rounds. I think it's, you know, if you can hold more rounds, why not? So again, my for the viewers, go ahead and take that out. So we have no magazine in there, nothing in the chamber. All right, so it's safe. So yeah, I love this thing, the MR920. I love this because you know, for the amount that I spent on it, it's pretty much a tricked out Glock, which I love. It has the railings kind of drilled out of it. It's got a nice you know, a nice finger groove in there. When you're, you know, a nice little cutout when you're going to shoot. It's got some cutouts for the railings in the front if you want to add like a light. This is a threaded barrel one, so you know, again, this thing kind of meets everything that I need in an everyday carry. I used to walk around with the Glock 26, so more of a subcompact. Definitely loved it, but you know, having the additional rounds, I just feel like, you know, in terms of my grip, this just fits so much nicer. So this is what I'm rocking right now, and up top you have the Halo Systems 507C sight. So just added this, I want to say actually during Christmas time is when I added this one. So this has been a nice little setup for me. The holster itself, extra magazine. The holster itself is super lightweight. As you can see, it has these double clips here, and that's what I was saying with the belt. I typically wear it kind of to the side, so this buckle doesn't really interfere with it, or it doesn't interfere with anything. So I kind of hold it, you know, kind of on its side, so that way when it latches on, it really has that ability to kind of just stay there, not have anything in its way. So definitely love this. In terms of comfort level, man, this holster crushes it. I've had a lot of holsters, and I must say that as big as this is for some, you know, as bulky as it may look, this thing sits so nicely. It even has this kind of these plates right here that actually pushes out, so that way this sits a little bit comfortably. So it kind of pushes the belt out a little bit, so that this way it can kind of form. And obviously you can see the kind of the bungee tie that it has there. This is able to kind of form around you, so it creates a very nice sit when it's in. And I usually carry appendix, so this works for me. But outside of that, that is really it. That's all I carry. Like, again, I like to keep it light. I like to keep it simple. All these things I'm gonna use. That's another thing, is like, I'm not gonna fill my pockets with things that I'm not gonna typically use. That's it for today. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. If you think that there's something I should add, please inform me, because I am always looking to add more gear to my everyday carry, as long as it's functional. And so yeah, with that being said, see you on the next video. Peace out.